Hello everybody, this is Crystal and I'm here for another topic, and I call this one the power of synchronicity. Yes, I've been mentioning the word synchronicity in a few of my other clips, and I gave some examples, and I did promise that I was going to create one based on synchronicity. Oh wow, man, I tell you, it's I'm gonna do my best to come up with as many examples and just basically how magnetic we all are. You know, we definitely attract what we believe or whatever we desire, or different things. But synchronicity is the opposite of coincidence. For a very long time, I used to believe in this, that it's a coincidence. Oh, you know, things just somehow just happen. Like, oh, well, that's strange. Stuff like that. But when I learned, you see, it kind of goes with the whole package. When I reconnect with consciousness, which is, again, I always emphasize this on a lot of my clips, consciousness or God or source, whatever you want to call it, it's the source of all things. And when I realized that how everything is really connected, there's really no separation. Ah, wow, I don't know. I'm gonna start off with just some examples, okay? Now, some of you probably know what synchronicity is, or maybe you believe in it. Some of you know, never heard of it, stuff like that. I look at the definitions of it, but for my take on the definition on synchronicity, from my own words, it's unexplained. It's like different events that doesn't really have any connection. I mean, you be the judge of that. You can look up the definition of synchronicity. But I'm going to tell you from my own experience, okay? I don't really care so much really what the dictionaries say, but I want to tell you from my own experience, okay? Some of you could relate, and some of you probably don't even notice it, that these events or different things happen in your life. So synchronicity is like I said in my other clips, it could be the thoughts in your head, it could be any thoughts. You know, it could be like thoughts of what do you think about somebody, the thoughts you have on somebody. It could be a conversation you have with somebody about a particular topic. It could be any imaginative thoughts about a car that you like, or you always want to find a particular model of a car. I mean, it could be different things. You see, all of us, every single one of us are creators, okay? All of us are creators, okay? There's no outside God, separate God that your religious belief suggests heavily that, you know, is a separate God and you're just some puny little human beings that have no idea or no power at all. Every single one of you, okay, are creators, okay? Because it's oneness, consciousness, okay? Whenever it kind of goes like this. See, when you create something, let's say you get up in the morning, okay? You get up and whatever thought you have in your head, okay? Okay, you're basically sculpturing whatever event or whatever type of events that you will shift into. In other words, I'm going to put it more of a deeper, and this is probably, I'm going to have you think a lot after what I'm about to say. You're basically like the void. Well, sorry, excuse me. You are the void, okay? The thoughts that's in your head, you sculptured it. It becomes, it's like the thoughts, it becomes like nothing. It's like the void. It has no identity. It has no shape, whatever. It's just a big clay, okay? You shape it up, you shape the things in your head, whatever it is, okay? It could be a memory, it could be, it could be something that a new idea, whatever it could be. You shape it up, right? It goes in an imaginative state, okay, in you, okay? You all know what this manifestation means, right? You visualize it, you imagine it in you, okay? And when you do that, okay, things manifest, okay? And yes, you do put, there are some cases that you do put the physical work into something, but not everything always works like that. When you manifest, things could just manifest that you don't even have to do anything physically. Just the thought in you. It comes out. It's an energy. I don't want to be too technical, so I'm going to do my best to explain how the whole thing works. The thought waves that you have are energy. Okay, whether it's bad or good. Okay, it all goes down to whatever you formulate in your head. It could be a limited belief system. It could be something that basically, an idea that will basically opens you up to a lot of things about consciousness, universe, everything about you. So when you think about certain things, right, you imagine it and it manifests, it comes out. It does. Let's say you're very particular. You're like, let's say a Corvette, okay? You're very particular. You say to yourself, I always wanted to see a Corvette that's red, has gold trims around it, or let's just say a license plate. You find a license plate, a particular license plate funny with these numbers, series of numbers, right? Now, this is the part that it's a mystery, okay, to a lot of people. When you formulate these desires or thoughts, whatever in your head, you have to pay attention, because what you think will come back in a physical form, okay? And when you least expect it, you're going around minding your business, you park your car or you walk around the street and you find something that's very, very identical or very close to what you picture of a particular desire of a Corvette that you like. A red Corvette with red trims, designs, whatever. No, not red. Gold trims or a license plate number. And you say, oh, snap. I was just thinking about that. That's weird. But a lot of you that don't understand about synchronicity, you probably might think it's a coincidence. But it's not. There is no coincidence, really. How synchronicity goes, it applies to everything you do in life. Everything. Everything. When I mean everything, I mean everything. Now, I'm going to share something to you now that when you do formulate, right, sometimes I'm going to share to you my experience, okay? You see, when I start to think about something, and I do my best to basically plant a lot of good thoughts in my head, okay? Because I know that I'm in control. Whatever's in my head and whatever comes out of me and different things that comes out, it's me. I'm the one created it. So let me say this real quick. When you have a thought, right? Let's just say you see something that's very negative, and let's say you see two people fighting, and you get like you get a rise out of it. Like you get all kinds of negativity going on in your mind, a particular energy that you don't want, but your mind seems to gravitate to drama. When you start to feel, when you're at a point that you understand how synchronicity works, and that and you're at a point that you start to see a lot of things that's consistently happening, and I'm talking by experience now. I cannot tell you how many times consistently through different events that there's been a lot of synchronicity in my life. A lot. When you find yourself, when your mind is trying to formulate situations that you don't want, my best advice is to visualize in your head, visualize the image that you see in your head, the unwanted images and stuff like that. Visualize it as a piece of paper. Snatch it. Like you're an artist, or you're a painter, let's just say, or whatever, same thing. And you don't like it. You paint it, I don't like it. Crumble up, snatch it. Create something different. That is the only way, for what I could tell you, that you could definitely alter or shift into a different version. So when you have thoughts in your head, something that you're afraid, your worst nightmare, and your mind, because of the ego, and I'm talking about the mind that relies on the five senses, okay? It somehow, the mind, the human mind tends to micromanage, but it tends to try to figure things out. It gets, we kind of allow it to micromanage at some point, and they try to formulate different things. Now, the five senses is good. It's there for a purpose. It's a helper. But if you let it to be like a worrisome type of situation, like it just constantly worries about like trying to figure things out, and it goes spiral, like out of control, and you're thinking all kinds of negative thoughts. That's when you gotta put the stop, because you see, if you sit back and you allow your ego mind to formulate situations, like someone that you don't like, or you see somebody in a similar situation, and you're afraid that, oh my gosh, I'm afraid that that's gonna happen to me. Watch out, because what you do and what you think, you're basically setting yourself up in a situation that you don't like. I hope you're all following me that's listening. Okay? Again, I'll do my best to emphasize different points, okay? When your mind goes to the point of creating scenario situations that you don't like and you're afraid, be the artist. Snatch it. Create a new situation. That's the best thing I can tell you, that you're in control. People, you shift into different versions of your life. Things is not black and white what you think. The stuff that you grew up with, all this stuff by chance, luck, and all that stuff don't mean absolutely nothing. This planet is a multi-dimensional. It has a lot of dimensionals that you don't really see with your two eyes. But if you pay attention to different events, and you notice that something is a coincidence, as the opposite of coincidence, pay attention. It's not by accident. I'm going to tell you, here's another one. My number, you ever see a number or a series of numbers that you always see? And like, wow, I always keep seeing these same series of numbers, right? I'm going to tell you, these are my numbers that I constantly see. It's either 9, 10, or 11. But the most number I see is 9. Number 9. See that number all the time. It could be me going to a fuel pump that I'm not aware of what number I go into. It's like this number. For example, number 9 seems to, it's like an energy. It's an energy of itself that it's getting it's getting his attention to me. Say, hello? Yeah, it's me again. It comes up in all kinds of places. You're waiting in line you grab a ticket. You go to a fast food, right? You go to a fast food and they give you a ticket number, right? I have been through situations like that. Number 9. Oh, wow. Number 9. Fuel pump, number 9. different. I can't remember all of it, but I've seen that number, for example, that is the most number that it just gets my attention. I know on YouTube you find something like that about numbers and stuff like that. You always seem to see it's like a number, a particular number is assigned to you. I don't know if that's the way. I don't know if that's the case that a number is assigned to you, but and this is something I'm going to meditate more about this. But all I'm going to tell you is that number 9 is like the first number that it just gets my attention, and then number 10, and then number 11. But number 9 is like the first number. It's amazing. So whenever I see 9 in very odd places, I just say it's synchronicity. You know? So yeah, that's my number before 10, 11. Number 9 that's just my number. Okay? Yeah, you know, like I was saying, Earth is definitely a multi-dimensional. There's a lot of dimensions in Earth. You know, I did mention that on my ayahuasca, the yellow brick road of ayahuasca, in my ET clip. I did mention that, you know, Earth it's definitely multi-dimensional. You know, so yeah, synchronicity, basically everything is connected. Okay, everything. So when you are power. You are the author and creator of your own life. You know, you all heard of law of attraction. A lot of you probably look into that. You are magnetic. You attract a lot of things. Again, you gotta, you know, for those that don't know or you just don't believe it, you gotta do yourself a favor. Unlearn this idea that everything is by chance or luck. Everything happens for a reason. But again, everything falls down to you. Everything. I know a lot of us grew up with this mentality that we have no control of our life. You have no control of your destiny. That is complete bull. I'm not going to curse, but I'm going to tell you flat out. That's one of the biggest lies you can tell yourself. You have a lot of control. You have a lot more control than you think. You're just lying yourself, I'm telling you right now. I mean, if I could just really, I would love, I'm thinking about me, I just would love the picture of throw an image in my head to you on this audio clip and tell you that all the situations I've been through, all of it, I'm like, wow. Between talking about a particular person on TV, from, I don't know what to say, I don't know, like food or anything you could think of. Anything you think of, it just comes to you. It will come to you in a way that is going to get your attention. It's going to remind you, say, hey, you remember me? Remember you was talking about me? Or you was formulating a thought in your head secretly? See, when you think that you don't have to talk about things out loud. You can keep all the thoughts in your head and it still comes back to you. So I know scientists don't understand about the brain. That they say that the human, that we don't use all of our brain, 100%. Now, I'm gonna say this about the brain. The brain is an organism, but I'm gonna tell you this spiritually. Spiritually speaking, people, the brain is a tool, but don't get caught up because you believe that you're not using all your brain capacity or whatever. Don't get caught up with that. No, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I have some scientifically proof, whatever. I don't really care about scientifically proof, because what I know spiritually, I don't need to know mathematics calculations or the same thing or some scientific proof. I don't need to convince people that, yeah, this is proof. I don't. I know enough now to say that there's a lot of things going on. I can say that I'm very intelligent. I am intelligent, and consciousness don't really need a brain, people. So yeah, I know we grew up with this idea that someone has a big brain. Oh wow, he's smart. Oh, he has a big brain. That's just nonsense. That's just another ego thing. I mean, the thing with scientists seems to lack in different ways is that they don't really think that they don't think that the real McCoy, the real thing that goes on is spiritual. It's an energy. It doesn't, you really can't figure that out through mathematics, people. And a lot of us, humanity just loves this idea about calculations and figuring stuff out in some sort of formula and stuff. It's an easy, get a blackboard and just do stuff. It doesn't, things around the universe, it doesn't really work that way. I mean, you could do it. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. You could sit there and have all kinds of formulas on your head and blah, blah, blah. That's fine. But I'm gonna just tell you something. You plug in your mind, you be open and watch how your life, the events of your life changes from moment to moment. I mean, if you allow yourself to be open spiritually, and I know a lot of, you hear me saying this word spiritually. I'm not talking about some religious version of spiritual. I'm talking about the type of spiritual, like basically that aligns you or shift you into different dimensions. Okay? Whether in your dream, whether you're in an awakened state, okay? You're gonna have to basically, and what I'm trying to say, people, is that you're gonna have to literally go outside your textbook, okay? Do the research if you want, okay? And I did mention about ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is a tool. It's a teacher. Okay? It's a tool for us. It will show you things. It will show you stuff that you won't find in textbooks. So, sorry to break the news for everybody. So yeah, there's a lot more to life around the universe and beyond than what you see in a blackboard or your nice textbook in school. So, but again, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking it. All I'm saying that there's a lot more to that, okay? So synchronicity is a connection. Everything in life is connected. Time, energy, whatever, different dimensions. Everything is like a web. Everything folds together. Deja vu. Deja vu is like you're slipping into a different version. There's so many versions of you. There's different dimensions that you cross in paths with different dimensions. Things don't always stay the same. Things change constantly. But the thing is, you are still the creator. You create whatever goes on your head secretly, or you say things out loud, it will come to you. Maybe in small pieces, maybe in a big chunk. But I'm telling you the truth, people, it will come to you. So I just do the research, test it out, matter of fact. Test it out. Start off something small, something simple. I don't know, just think about, I want to see a clown. Just think about a clown. I like to see a big old Krusty the Clown look-alike to come out the door one day, or of a house. Yeah, I want to see a big clown with a big red nose to come out that house. or some house, whatever. I just want to see one. And I'm telling you these people, I guarantee, you think that to yourself, picture yourself a clown, and now it may not come exactly a clown coming out the house, but you're gonna see one in the car, or maybe you might see a clown coming out from the store. And just give an example, people. Just give an example. Test it out. Start off with series of numbers too. I'm telling you, you are power. And you know, the thoughts in your head, something, let's say, negative, remember, you are in control of your destiny. A lot of us would, let's just say, I know one of the most biggest thing that you probably all think by listening to this is like, well, I want to have a lot of money. I don't see the money. I want to be rich. And you want to know why? What's going on? Well, I'm going to tell you this. Don't be surprised. I'm telling you this right now. Don't. Do not be surprised. And you know, regardless with the lottery or not, you're a prosperity regardless. But if you want to press on and be specific about what you like and everything, and money or whatever it is, trust me, it will work. Trust me, it will come to you. All right, so you know, it's your choice whether if you believe what I'm saying or not. If you want to stick to the coincidence or it's just by luck, go ahead. I just want to share this with you, that everything around your life, everything is connected. That's the beauty thing about consciousness. Everything. Something that don't make any sense. I know, it doesn't make sense to the human mind. This is when the part that you have to step out of the human mind. You got to step out of the five senses, people. That's the way. If you want to understand and try to get a little bit more, step out of the five senses. So, I'm just excited to share this. I'm trying to think of anything more that I could just talk about, but anyway, I guess I shared a lot about synchronicity. I don't want to repeat myself, but you really have to test it out. You know, start off with something small, okay? And you know, you never know. It could be that same day. Whatever you think in your head could be that same day. It could be the next day. But again, like I told you in the beginning, it's gonna come back to you, and it's gonna tap in your memory and say, "Hey, you remember me? Watch, you will see what I'm talking about." So, anyway, so that's all I have to say about synchronicity for now. It's been a pleasure. I'm so grateful again to share my experience, my take on things to everybody, and my best advice I give anybody: be open. Drop your ego. Be open. I'm telling you, you only keeping yourself in a small box. Be open. Do not be afraid. I'm telling you, life. All I'm gonna say is I'm passing on great energy vibes to anybody, and I just envision everybody being connected and understanding that, you know, that you are in control of your life, because by you thinking that, it brings such peace and joy in your life. Instead of feeling like a victim and feeling like you have no control of your life, I feel at peace. I'm so happy. Yes, I have my moments, I do, but I just push that aside. I'm like, I know who I am. I'm consciousness, just like you. So that's all I have to say, and I will be back for another great topic. Take care.